Hi Leo, this is Amanda Nardozzi. Thanks for hopping into my channel here. This reading is going to be from May 6th to May 12th. So drop into your heart space. Let the dust spiritually, physically, and emotionally settle around and within you so that you can determine which messages are for you, which messages are for others. Just keep in mind you also have a new moon in Taurus coming up on May 7th. Watch out for an astrology video I'll be posting here within the next few days. And that will talk about just my intuitive astrological report on that. And then also check out your other favorite astrologers to see how the energy impacts you. Check your chart if you still feel called, if you can understand stuff like that, and see in the energy. So I am going to do like a free flow here with my cards. I'm going to connect to the energy of Leo. We're going to see whether your sun, moon, rising, or however you come to this reading with the Leo energy. What's going on for Leo here? Thank you, Archangel Michael. Casting light protection. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for sending healing at this time. I don't typically call on Archangel Raphael, Leo, but for whatever reason, Archangel Raphael is coming through in your reading. So he's the angel of, I say it's like just health in general. I know he's like the physical health angel, but I call on him to help with Reiki, so like spiritual clearings and just healthy mindsets as well. That's what I call on him for. All right, let's talk about it. Here's the Page of Wands. This is I'm hearing like you have a clear direction. You have a clear way forward, and there is just very distinct movement to make. For a lot of you, Page of Wands comes up as inspired action. So it's like you know what you want. You know what you're gunning for because you feel it in your gut. You feel it in your gut. You feel it in your heart. There's a fire within. You're like, ooh, let's zip and zoom. Let's go. The Eight of Wands is about something coming really, really fast. So this could be just a passion project that just lights you up. It's one of those things where, like, if this is a passion project that lights you up and you're one of those people that if you don't act on it now, then it's not happening. This is kind of your sign to act on it because the Eight of Wands is something that needs to happen very fast or very quickly. The Eight of Wands is not only about having things happen quickly, but it's also about having like a lot of chaos around, a lot of things happening at once. There's a lot of moving parts when the Eight of Wands comes into play. When it parallels the Knight of Cups, it's almost like the Knight of Cups is trying to get you to think about how you feel about things. So the Cups is about intuition, it's about emotions. I'm hearing like you're carrying a weight with you. Okay, this is just straight channel now. I'm hearing like you're carrying a weight with you. And it like prevents you from moving forward as quickly as you could with this. Whatever this spark is. I do see you guys being like a lightning and going quickly with it, but it's almost like your feet are kind of sludged up because there's like an emotional weight that you're carrying. And I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is. For some of you, it's feeling overburdened, but I'm also just getting flashes of carrying energy that other people have kind of plagued you with. And it makes sense now that I'm looking up. I'm looking a little bit higher in the spread here. You have the Eight of Swords, and you also have the Five of Swords parallel together. It's almost like this is energy where there are tensions with other people because the Eight of Swords is our own mentality of feeling limited. For whatever reason, I feel like this is also dealing with other people's victimhood energy, or like their feelings of lack is almost causing your feelings of lack. Now, I feel like we all are to be held accountable and responsible for our own emotions, but the influence of others almost seems to influence you to think the same way or a similar way, especially if you're like, it's like I'm hearing like they're crowding your energy, or there's someone or some situation that's crowding your energy, and it's almost like you feel powerless or limited in some way. The Five of Swords, I'm hearing like it's like a hefty price for being around these people, this person, this situation. The Five of Swords is external conflict is what I usually categorize the Five of Swords as. So it's almost like this is like a visible tension that you have with someone. Usually I feel it more energetically of like in your gut, oh, we play nice on the outside, but it's like an inner tension. No, this feels like a full-on like butt heads, don't get along. It might not be on the surface, but you can see the scathing underneath. Like it's almost like I don't know, this reminds me of somebody who has like maybe sharp criticisms or just has a very negative view of the world, and they're not conscious of how, first of all, they're not conscious that it's just completely negative. Or if it's negative, they don't care. They might call it like realist or something, or like realism, or like a realistic perspective. Is that what they say? Like I'm a realist. That's what they say. Like, oh, I'm a realist. But it's more bordering. You can be a realist, but not a cynicism, like a cynicist, or like fall into cynicism. And I think that's what this energy is falling into cynicism, negativity and cynicism to the point of not bringing other people around them alive, if that makes sense. It's almost like, ugh, it feels kind of draining in a way. And whether they mean to be an energy vampire or whatever or not, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's almost like that's the way that they live. That's their path. If they want to take that, fine. But it's almost like your soul's saying, don't drag me with you, if that makes sense. So there is a weight. I'm going to wait and see what Spirit says about it. We're going to see if we can pull some oracle cards and see what's going on. I might actually pull some more tarot cards. I actually do feel the need to pull one more tarot card. What do we do about this energy? Some of you are like, it's not a question whether to leave them or not. Like, you're already set on whether they're sticking around or whether you need to leave them behind. But, like, what is it that we can do to ease this energy? I'm going to put this in between because I want to know. Like, I want to know. I feel like it's going to be different for all of you. What's, like, a good card that could encapsulate this? Got the Fool. So I'm reading this in two different ways, because it's not the card of bringing an end to something. For a lot of you, like, you're close to this person, you support each other, and it's like they're going through their own shit. And maybe that's why you're having, like, a tough time. It's just a for now thing, not a forever thing. If that's, like, for whatever reason, I look at the Fool and it's almost like bringing a fresh new perspective. Some of y'all are going to have to start over. You're going to know who you are when I say that. It's going to strike you in your heart. It's going to strike you in your gut, and you're going to know. But the Fool is almost kind of going into a situation sort of naive. I do feel like for some of you, you're dealing with really negative energies that if you addressed their negativity, things would get worse. Like, you can stand up for yourself all you want, and I am all for standing up to the bully, right? But it's almost like there's like a shift that needs to happen. I don't know if you're specifically for these people, for the energies I'm connecting with. I don't think these are people you're close with, but it's almost like people you might have to be around, like coworkers or, you know, family members at certain gatherings. But there's an energy of, you know, needing to kind of take a naive approach and just act unbothered by it, because that's their problem, not yours. And they kind of want to drag you into the drama, and you're like, not today. That's almost like what Spirit is saying. Like, if they want to drag you into the drama, whether you keep them in your life or not doesn't really seem to be called into question. It's just a matter of just say not today to the drama. Just say not today. Like, it's not, distance yourself if you have to. I'm all for distancing yourself and putting up boundaries if you're able. I think we all have the power to do that in some way. So even just detaching in some way, just so you can come back to yourself, because that's a weight. I'm hearing that it's a weight you're choosing to carry. So I feel like if you've heard the message of separating from them before, Spirit's not going to stop telling you that, but it's almost like if you've decided to keep them around, if you've decided to carry on with the way things were, it's like, I'm not going to say Spirit's not going to say it anymore. They're not saying it in this reading because I feel like the choice has already been made. But some of you are approaching a time where it is coming to make the choice. They're not really giving me any information about the choice, but because it's almost like that's not the subject, because I feel like you guys already know. But some of you might be approaching the decision with the Fool. The Fool might be answer enough that you need, depending on how you relate to that. You also have emotions are running high with Supermoon, so I'm hearing like they're all up in your business. Like, they're all up in your business. These energies are all up in your business. They're testing you. And I'm also hearing that, you know, Spirit is with you. I feel like they're hardcore guiding you, but I also feel some spiritual energies around that are kind of like also poking you with a stick too. Not that you're being attacked spiritually or anything, but it's almost like because you're having a lot of your own energy that you're kind of trying to clear up. I actually think maybe this is why Archangel Raphael got channeled in your reading, Leo. Probably because you need to, like, I feel like every time I connect with you, there's like, it's always the Leo that's like, there's like a lot of inner healing to do, or like there's a lot of shit going down with Leos. I'm not really sure why. But it's like, it's almost like just saying goodbye to this person, or at least separating from the energy for a little bit. There's just some healing that's being like summoned. There's healing being brought up to the surface here with Archangel Raphael. And emotions are so all over the place, and spirit's like, disconnect from the drama. You don't need that. They don't need you to take place in the drama. They're just looking for someone to feed it to, if that makes sense. You also have last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. So we just said don't fuel the drama. This is also stop trying to make sense of things. Stop thinking it over. Stop running around in circles in your head. And then just drop into your emotions. And that helps you connect with your intuition more, but it also helps you process feelings too. And I feel like there's a pretty decent amount of processing you have to do, especially if you are in a transitionary stage with this. You know, the Page of Wands feels very fresh. It feels like following a new spark. But again, it's like carrying a weight with you. So you're carrying a weight, and Spirit's like, you can drop your load by just saying no to the drama. Come back to yourself. Feel into your emotions. Pisces is the very head in the clouds type of energy with this last quarter moon in Pisces on this card. Very head in the clouds, dreamer, hugely mediumistic and intuitive. And just saying, it is the last zodiac of, like, the zodiacs. It's, like, the last sign of the zodiacs. So, that being said, not saying that this situation is coming. I feel like the situation, like, things that are climaxing will come down eventually. But just stepping away from things while emotions are out of control, just so you can keep yourself in check, I feel like it's just the most important thing. So the fact that Pisces is here, Spirit's drawing attention to the fact that it will cycle back and start afresh to Aries again. Like, it's almost like something is coming to a close. And again, I don't want to say the relationship is coming to a close. If that's what you chose, then that's what it will be, and you will embrace that new full beginning. But for some of you, the Fool is just a fresh new perspective, but you're needing to step back and kind of take that. I'm still channeling a naive approach. Like, the best way to protect yourself here is, like, taking the naive approach and pretending like, which is interesting because I channel, like, being authentic and, like, you know, speaking up for your truth and standing up for yourself. But I think this would be a very particular situation for some of you, in which standing up for yourself only causes more drama. And if someone's hurting you to the point of making you feel small, then you know to withdraw. And you're like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not putting up with this. You don't have to put up with it. But it's almost like, I have to deal with this person in some way. Or, because of the choices that I made here, like, this person might still have to stick around. Like, cutting off culture is, I don't 100% agree with it. It's kind of difficult. Like, I'm not going to lie. And I don't think cutting out challenging people is the answer most of the time, just because it's not the reality that we live in sometimes. And I don't want to be limiting, because sometimes we can technically walk away from anyone we want. But, like, if we're at a job that we really like and there's only one particular person, our intuition could be telling us, yeah, stay at the job, even though that one person really sucks. Because that's just going to be life. We're going to be met with challenging people anywhere we go. So we can't, like, it's not always feasible to just run from things that are challenging from us. Or that are challenging for us. I'm sorry. But I really feel like just disconnecting, stepping away. You have Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. So this is literally just finding the peace. Just finding the peace. Find your own peace. Step back and find your own peace, honey. This is not worth your salt. This is not worth your time. I'm getting this flood of not worth it, not worth it, not worth it. Like, I don't know what this is. This could be like an argument or a fight that broke out or something with someone else. I'm hearing, like, for some of you might have done candle magic just to, like, try to bring peace to the situation. And again, if you connect with archangels, Archangel Shamuel is like an open your heart type of archangel, like calling on them to open up your heart, summon up some vulnerability, or just bring the peace. Like, bring the peace, bring harmony in a situation. Like, he's the angel of peace and harmony. So I call on that angel whenever Things are out of control. We're just keeping the peace. Let's see what last oracle cards we have, and then we'll roll some dice for you, get any last minute messages. You have the farther gate, bold step forward. So some of you are taking that leap. I'm hearing like this is the magical moment for you. For whatever reason, it leads into this Fool. So this bold step forward is making that bold move. Some of you, this is walking away, leaving. For some of you, this is, I'm hearing like, I'm actually seeing someone driving a car, and they're showing me the image of someone driving this car and then taking a turn. But like people don't expect them to take the turn the way that they do, or like you're slowly veering off and it's not like you're gonna crash or anything, but you're like going into another lane and people are like, oh, whoa, you're taking a left? We're supposed to go straight. Everyone else is going straight. Why are you taking a left? Like, it's almost like people start to wonder, right? So this bold step forward is something that you're almost silently taking, or you're taking it and people are noticing and going, oh my gosh, you're doing that? So I don't know. It's just interesting that in particular is coming up. You also have a lot of fives. So when I pull this card and I set it down, it actually overlapped with the Five of Swords. And this card is number 55. So 5 is the energy of change and intention. It's almost like intention is required when the number 5 comes up. So it's like I'm hearing like you need space. You need space. So take note of that as you will. And any time I come across an odd number like 3s, 5s, 7s, 9s, I mean, like, it just, any type of odd number, it's not like it's a challenging or bad number. It usually is just an energetic transition of some sort. So it's either the energy of change. Sometimes it feels uncomfortable. Sometimes it feels incredibly magical. I feel like 1s usually feel magical when they come up. But 5 is always like a challenging, like, in between, where like, oh my gosh, like effort is required from me, or it's like, yeah, I need to put forth something. The same thing for 3s. 3s are a little bit tough because it's almost like it's coming at a rough time. And 5s almost feels like you're meeting resistance from something else, something external, and you're like, it's hard to explain that energy, but it does feel like a pushback from something. And you might have to like put a little bit more focus and efforts to something in order to make something manifest. You have 150 from Angel Numbers. I'm pulling from Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray. I always read these messages twice. Powerful opportunities are coming. They will present you with excitement and stability. One more time. Powerful opportunities are coming. They will present you with excitement and stability. So look forward to that, Leo. It's honestly just come back, focus on your attitude, focus on your own attitude, focus on where you are going, because the sun is shining and these fellows are not coming with you. This situation is not coming with you. So that being said, Leo, I hope this helped. If this resonated with you in any way, go ahead, like and subscribe and all the things. Keep up to date with the channel. I post weeklies. I post collectives in between. If you want to learn tarot, I post each individual tarot card on my Instagram, and then we talk about all the different things I've channeled through with that. Anything new that Spirit wants to bring to the table with that will get posted over there. And I'm also offering personal readings. Follow the link down in the description below. It'll take you to my website, mananarduzzi.com. And yeah, I can view a list of my services and book with me there. So that being said, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.